Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Just find someone who's trying, and you will come around. That's Neil Young. Okay, so the song is "Don't Let It Bring You Down," and I do want to explain from my perspective. It's very difficult because there's so many things going on in my head right now. I gotta calm down for a moment. Okay, that's enough time. It's just that I saw somebody say on a posting that the spiritual people are not working as a team because they're trying to out spiritualize each other. In other words, they're trying to come up with the perfect turn of phrase to make them seem like, they're better than everyone else. Well, maybe that's someone's perspective, but I do see it. Why does this happen? Because perhaps we're not getting the emotion, and maybe even beyond not getting the emotion because we're looking at people's typed messages. But even if you're seeing someone's video, you don't always know, maybe you never know, what is behind the way they're presenting whatever they're presenting. Say, for example, it's coming from me. Different perspectives come out when I talk, and they're not all the same perspective. And someone might say, well, I did a video a year ago, and the character that I did is known as Auntie, who's an aging playboy, an aging gay playboy complaining about pride being ruined by straight people who just want to sell all of their t-shirts and popcorn, and has nothing to do with gay culture at all. It has everything to do with turning gay pride into a carnival. So am I Auntie, the character? At that moment when I was filming the video, yes, I was Auntie. That was the character. Am I Auntie now? I'm trying to put myself back into Auntie's shoes to remember what Auntie was feeling like. And how do I feel about? I don't even want to go to Pride this year. I didn't want to go last year. It was next to my karaoke bar, and I saw it all going on, and I was like, this stinks. So would I go to no? Just that I don't think it's going to happen because of COVID-19 and social distancing anyways. If we didn't have that, would I be interested? If it's the same thing as last year, no, I'd be Auntie again and say I'm Auntie it. So what is the point of all of these different things? The point that the people complaining about, the spiritual people, is they're expecting a lot of people to wake up and a lot of them to have spiritual crises. And it's going to be the people who've already gone through these kind of crises who are expected to help these people. Why? Who was around to help me through these crises? No one. What did I rely on? I relied upon books and videos. Does talking to people help? No, because I've talked to people who have had their existential crises. Did it help them? No. Did I see a change in their personality? No. So there was no help whatsoever in me talking to them? No. rally time, I'm going to give you the opposing view. The opposing view was maybe we didn't see an immediate change, but I have seen certain people that I talked to a long time ago that seemed like, I don't know, make huge changes. Make huge changes out of the blue, unexpected changes. So I'm not going to take credit for it. Did my talking to them have something to do with it? Planting seeds or anything? No. Why? Because we're going to give credit to source. It was way smarter than me with my limited little brain, limited little mind. But the superconsciousness itself, we're going to give the credit to because it arranges things better than we can. And for me to say, I did something, some people call it co-creating. If you're in alignment with source, are you co-creating? I think it's called surrendering. It's surrendering. In other words, clearly, with my little ego mind, I can't do a very good job whatsoever. Mostly going to keep screwing it up, which means I'm going to keep surrendering to source. How's that work for me? It's still difficult. Because even if I keep surrendering to source, it doesn't stop me from having difficult situations crop up pretty much every day with, and I don't know why. Because if I'm surrendering to source all the time, why am I lisping all the time? Some, especially gay men, lisp on purpose. Is it signaling like I'm gay and I'm looking for people to know that I'm gay so I can get hookups or something? So I can get respected? I don't know, but it's definitely, and is it real? No. It's a put on. There's a famous song by The Who, Eminence Front. And one of the lines is, it's a put on. It's an eminence front. It means you're putting on a phony baloney show. And your agenda is, that's what it was for. Who else is putting on an agenda? There's a lot of people who, in my opinion, are acting the way they're acting. There's a lot of people who know all about the bullshit of mass media and the great agenda of mass media because they've heard it from people who have been screaming about it for a long time. And yet these ones go along with mainstream media lies because they believe in go along to get along. And I hear these people saying, what do you want me to do about it? As if I've got to come up with something. You're going along with the lies, and I'm telling you, you're going along with the lies. And they said, yeah, I know. Maybe they don't say, yeah, I know, but they say, what do you want me to do about it? As if I got to come up with something. And I might say, why don't you turn to source? And they say, well, I turn to source, and what comes out of my mouth is go along to get along. And then what am I supposed to do? My source keeps saying, you're never going to be able to convince these people not to do what they're doing because that's what they're given to do. And it's incredibly frustrating because I'm giving you the script of upsetting their apple cart. Is there more than one source? Yes. Yes. At every calibration level on the scale of human consciousness, there is a different field. And in each field there are different thought forms which outpicture, as if you're hooked into whatever the number is, you're going to have that. And if someone's at a different number, they're not going to have the same thoughts, and it's going to cause a massive amount of conflict, perhaps. My friend says maybe we should all shut up. That's what I prefer to do. I prefer to go and not talk to anybody. I'd like to be like the Tibetan and go into a cave in the Himalayas and just stay there and stay the hell away from humans. So, I know what started this whole video. The whole video is about, do I have a negative view of the future or a positive view of the future? Ascended Master Sananda many years ago said to me and the group I was with, keep thine eyes solely to the good, which means expect it all to work out. Someone says, in the end, he didn't say that. He said, keep thine eyes solely to the good, which, what is good? Well, on the scale of human consciousness, what good isn't is everything under 1,000. The scale of human consciousness goes from 1 to 1,000. That's the highest amount of energy you can carry while you have a physical body. 1,000. The examples we have of people who have been at 1,000 are Jesus, Buddha, Zoroaster, Krishna, and all the rest of us fall short of the mark. Sin, the word sinning, which you hear in Christianity, if you look up the real definition of the word, it might be ancient Greek. It comes from archery. And it simply means you shot at the bullseye and you missed the bullseye. If you hit the bullseye, you would be at 1,000 and you would be up there with the greats. It means that we are, if we get it right, on the journey to raise our consciousness to 1,000. And then what? Well, if that's the most you can carry in the physical body, then maybe you've got to transform his body into some other kind of body that can carry more consciousness. Or maybe you're going to give up the body. In the meantime, we're still human in human bodies, and it's kind of a question for whenever we get to be at 1,000. I'm sure that somebody who's beyond 1,000 will let us know what's going on. In the meantime, it means wake up. Don't be complacent with whatever your calibrated level of consciousness is. Get going, work on yourself, and get your consciousness going in the right direction, up. This is Moosey Wilson reporting for Moosey Explains.